I mean, it could happen. I mean, why not? If Crawford wanna challenge himself to be great, let him try to be great. So what I'm saying? I'm with it. So I'll be going for Bud.
I can retire right now and be in the Hall of Fame. He could, like everything that I've accomplished, he's still trying to accomplish. You
Do
know,
you not think Spence will be in the Hall of Fame?
right now, no, how?
Yeah, he's
And
right, dude. He's right.
how?
He would.
Like he fought in one division.
Never unified the belt.
He unified.
He did unify.
You know,
IBF.
he unified.
After a long period of silence, Errol Spence has finally called for a rematch with Terence Crawford, following Crawford's recent claims that Spence is a substandard fighter. While it may seem late to pursue a rematch, Spence has decided to take his chances and challenge the two-time undisputed champion, after enduring multiple moments of disrespect from Crawford.
I would never want to fight him coming off accident like when I beat him.
Right.
See what I'm gonna say? I was because of the accident. He fight. He beat Devin Garcia. I was in the crowd. I said, nah, he can't beat me. That was the first time I seen Spence fight live. I said,
So you knew then when you seen that?
I'm like, yeah, because it's different on TV.
Yeah.
Than when you watch it up close in person.
Fight.
Did you? IBF.
He unified.
Was it?
He had three. He had the
Yeah, but he didn't
WBT,
unify all four. He
WBA,
wasn't
IBF.
undisputed.
Huh?
He
No,
wasn't
no,
undisputed.
he wasn't. No, but what I'm saying is, they already called him a weight bully, right? He beat Kell Brook coming off of a loss, a eye injury. You know, he beat Sean
In
Porter.
all fairness, he had to go over there to get that.
Of course, Crawford disagreed, claiming that Errol Spence would not be a Hall of Famer if he retired now. This prompted Spence to fire back on social media, feeling disrespected by Crawford's comments. With the tension escalating, it seems like a rematch is becoming inevitable.
Long my career, I've been criticized and people have taken credit away from me just to try to diminish my accomplishments just off of pure hate. So what would they be able to say with me going up two weight classes?
People would say, oh, well, maybe it was the weight or whatever the case is. What do you think about that? Like, talking about the weight at 150.
I wouldn't worry about that. I feel stronger than him. I feel that I punched harder than him. I feel as if I hurt him many of times.
This must have certainly affected Errol Spence, whose last appearance in boxing was when he was promoting a fighter signed to his boxing promotion in a bout for the World Boxing Association lightweight title. Spence has not returned to the ring since his 2023 loss to Terence Crawford. Although Spence and Crawford were initially considered evenly matched, Crawford dominated the fight, handing Spence the first loss of his career. Spence now holds a record of 28-1 with 22 KOs.
Learning things. You just bounce back from how you come back and how you show people that when you have a young your career.
You know what I mean? That's a good win. Like I don't wanna sound like hating on him or
I understand.
things like that, but I honestly don't know if he make it to the Hall of Fame.
Errol Spence recently admitted on social media that the worst mistake he made as an athlete was drinking. His post also drew a reaction from Gervonta Davis, who is set to fight Lamont Roach tonight. Spence wrote, "Worst thing I did to myself was drinking. If you're an athlete, focus on the end goal. Hopefully, it's a better situation for you and your loved ones." Despite his loss to Terence Crawford, Spence has had a stellar career. However, his last performance increased the number of critics, with some fans suggesting he no longer has what it takes. This prompted a response from Spence on X, formerly Twitter, where he wrote, "Some of y'all use he washed too loosely. Post y'all mama so you can see what washed really is."
Yeah.
But I just felt like he came prepared and he was ready and he fought a good fight.
Yeah.
It was awkward. He was patient. He was turning stuff to his game plan. he did what he had to do.
Spence was the unified welterweight champion before his loss to Terence Crawford, holding the WBA, WBC, and IBF titles. He reigned as the unified champion from 2017 to 2023. Although he hasn't fought in nearly 2 years, the 34-year-old is expected to return against a big-name opponent. Meanwhile, two-weight undisputed champion Terence Crawford has found himself in controversy following his recent comments about former opponent Errol Spence Jr. The two faced off in 2023, where Crawford delivered a dominant, one-sided beatdown against the truth. Since then, Spence has yet to make a comeback. While he had the option to invoke a rematch clause, he ultimately chose not to pursue it.
A lot of people say, oh, well, he's money hungry, he's looking at money and he's trying to cash out. And this, I've been getting money for years. I've been getting money for years. And I'm not stupid with my money. As you can see, I don't buy no Ferraris, Lamborghinis, and, you know what I mean, walk around with 100 people around me and got all this jewelry that I bought.
More recently, Spence was in talks for a fight against WBC and WBO super welterweight champion Sebastian Fundora, but after several delays, the bout never materialized. This led many to believe Spence might never return to the ring. Meanwhile, Crawford has reached new heights in his career and is now set to face Canelo Alvarez in a highly anticipated fight this September. Ahead of his mega fight, Crawford appeared in an interview on Pound for Pound with Kamaru Usman and Henry Cejudo, where he stated that Spence does not yet deserve a place in the Boxing Hall of Fame due to a lack of substantial achievements compared to his own.
They got caught. Boxing was a bit more, but things happen. You gotta learn something.
Definitely, it was exciting. I hope we'll lead to it and lead another to it too. So it's something that I wouldn't change for nothing. I'm definitely open to the rematch, and hopefully it'll be at 100%.
During the podcast, Crawford confidently stated, "I can retire right now and be in the Hall of Fame." He couldn't. Everything I've accomplished, he's still trying to accomplish. Elaborating on his point, Crawford added, "He fought in one division, unified 3 belts. They already called him a weight bully. He beat Kell Brook coming off a loss and an eye injury." While he acknowledged Spence's win over Sean Porter, he didn't believe it was enough, saying, "That's a good win. I don't want to sound like I'm hating on him or anything, but I honestly don't know if he'll make it to the Hall of Fame with the accolades he has right now." While there is some substance to Crawford's argument, fans and experts have disagreed. Boxing trainer Kevin Cunningham responded, writing, "In my opinion, Errol Spence Jr. has done enough to eventually get into the Hall of Fame. Olympian, 3 world titles at welterweight, and was top 4 pound for pound." Erickson Lubin echoed a similar sentiment. Despite Crawford's rising popularity after his win over Spence, he already boasts one of the most decorated resumes in boxing, winning titles in 4 weight classes and becoming undisputed in 2. Throughout his career, many have doubted his ability to defeat top opponents, but he has consistently proven them wrong. However, Lubin remained unconvinced by Crawford's achievements, stating, "No disrespect, but I don't think Crawford really fought anyone either. Moving up weight classes and stopping 11 out of 12 opponents is what we should credit him for, though." With these ongoing debates, Terence Crawford now finds himself at the center of controversy.
Right, crazy power that he believes in. He's a great chief. He'll let you get out the fight. If he fight Canelo, I'll be going for him. I mean, I don't know if he's gonna win or lose, but I definitely be going Crawford. I think if anybody can pull it off, he can pull it off. He's chasing greatness, so why not? Canelo came up to 175 and all that and fought Kovalev and fought the other guy too. So I mean, if he can do it, he started at 147. So I mean, if he's doing it,
Crawford delivered a stunning beatdown of Errol Spence in their long-awaited unification bout on Saturday night, becoming the first undisputed welterweight champion in nearly 4 decades, while making a strong case as the world's best fighter, regardless of weight class. Crawford knocked Spence down in the 2nd round and twice more in the 7th before referee Harvey Dock stopped the fight at the 2:32 mark of round 9. In fact, no one in the sold-out crowd of 19,990 at the T-Mobile Arena would have protested if the stoppage had come even sooner. The matchup, more than 5 years in the making between two undefeated American stars, was billed as the best fight boxing could offer. However, after a competitive opening round, it quickly turned into a showcase of Crawford's generational talent. The 35-year-old Nebraskan cemented his place in history with an extraordinary display of power, precision, and ring generalship, making an elite opponent look like a novice. Crawford, a former champion at 135 lbs and 140 lbs, entered Saturday's highly anticipated showdown as a slight favorite, and became the first fighter to hold all recognized world titles at welterweight since 1986, when Lloyd Honeyghan stopped Donald Curry at Caesars Atlantic City to claim the WBA, WBC, and IBF belts in one of British boxing's greatest upsets. Unfortunately for Spence, a 2012 U.S. Olympian from the Dallas suburb of DeSoto, his methodical, come-forward approach, built around generating pressure behind a disciplined southpaw jab, was no match for Crawford's dynamic switch-hitting style and flawless counterpunching.